All right, Aisha, if we want to find the domain and range of a graph like this, what we want to do is kind of first think of what those words mean. The domain is the set of all the x values that are present on a graph, and typically we're going to find it by working our way across the graph from left to right. So if I'm looking at this graph, I want to try to find the leftmost point, and that's just not going to happen. This thing goes to the left forever. That left line keeps going, and so we would say the domain starts at negative infinity. Okay, and then we want to work our way across, and we want to try to find the rightmost point. And again, the graph goes to the right forever, so it's going to go to positive infinity in that direction. And infinities are always going to get parentheses around them because they're not really part of the graph. They're not a number value that's part of the graph. More of an idea that tells us that the graph goes forever. So my domain is going to be negative infinity to infinity for this graph. For the range, we're going to think this kind of the same way, except for instead of thinking about x's, we're going to think about y's. And instead of going from left to right, we're going to go from bottom to top. So for this process, we kind of want to go and try to locate the bottommost point on the graph. And in this case, there is one. It starts at -3 down there at the bottom, right? And again, since range is y's, we want to be thinking about the y value of that ordered pair. So the graph here starts at -3, and -3 is really a point on my graph. It's really part of the graph here. So we want to include that, and so we use a square bracket to indicate that it's really part of our graph when we're using this interval notation stuff. So that's the bottom. We want to work our way up to the top, and again here the graph goes up forever, so we're going to go to positive infinity, and again infinity will always get parentheses. It's not really included as part of the graph. Okay, so hopefully that explanation helps a little bit with that. Please let me know if you have any other questions.